Hello everyone. So today I'll be reading some of the questions you asked me on that form. Uh, I promised you guys 15 questions, but apparently only 4 of you answered. It makes sense. That makes sense. I don't have many. I only have 110, I think. No, 111. I'm not sure. I don't have 111 subscribers. That isn't a lot. But anyways, so for this video, I will be reading your questions. I literally just said that. So since you guys got me to 100 subscribers, by the way, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I'm reading 4 of the questions, and I will try to spend as much time on it, answering it. So without further ado, let's get the first question. Do you like cassette tapes? If yes, what is your favorite brand? Now, this is kind of a tough question. Cassette tapes, they are okay, but I like VHS tapes a lot better. If you're asking what my favorite brand is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have one yet. Honestly, I only have one VHS tape. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, fuck, you can't see it. Why did I say I don't know if you can see it? But it's right on my desk. I ain't turning my camera on because I don't really want to show my face. But yeah, so let's move on to the next question. How did you like your trip? Well, my trip, I'm assuming he means the one that I had to go to the Bahamas. Yeah, that trip was awesome, man. Very awesome. And I only posted one of the flight reviews. There are 2 other ones, but basically my first flight review was on JetBlue A321, and that thing took over an hour. It's an hour and 10 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't put all the recordings in, but um, yeah. Honestly, I didn't really like JetBlue Airways on that flight. However, when I got the resort, I tried uploading it. I couldn't because the resort's Wi-Fi was terrible, like terrible to upload. But the resort overall in general, it had like a water park. Y'all know like y'all know that slide that like when you go down it, you will go in this like this huge fish tank of sharks in it. I think it's like in Atlantis, like the Atlantis resort. You think I've been on that. That thing was actually pretty sick. And going down that slide was the water was like very fast and kind of like gave me some pain in the butt. Literally, I'm not expressing it. I literally had some pain in the butt. It made my butt feel sore. So I didn't go down it a lot. So and like the Bahamas, there were other like there was a huge lazy river, and I won't say it's a lazy river because it's chaotic. Basically, it goes around the entire water park, and it's long, like very long. So basically, it had like waves, like there was like waves pushing you on the tubes. You weren't allowed to get off, or else the lifeguard will tell you to get back on the tube. However, there are like 9 stops, so basically it's kind of like a transit system before a resort on water. So yeah, that's about my trip. I don't know. Did I miss anything? Probably not. But I'm sorry if I did. I was gonna ask you about all about your cast and what your broken bone was like. I forgot. Did you break your arm or leg? Yeah, I broke my leg. My leg currently it's fully healed, and Um, my broken bone was it was it was bad, like very bad. Yeah, obviously, and and like when I broke it, I remember this like it was like September 21st. No, wait, yeah, September 21st at my sister's birthday party outside my house. We had a huge bouncy house like with the slide. Um, Me and my friends, cause like my friends' sisters were friends of my sister. They were over. We were all doing something very chaotic. We're trying to push each other off the down the slide. It was like a whole fight. Probably shouldn't have done that. And my friend pushed me down. I was sliding down like normally, and then I heard the psh, and then I fell. I fell down at the bottom of the slide, and I was in pain, very pain. I thought it was. I thought it was like. Wait, you thought it was like. Strained. Yeah, strained. I thought I strained my ankle, but I didn't. I went to the urgent care. And apparently, to my surprise, the doctor's like, "Yeah, unfortunately, the bone is fractured. We're gonna give you some crutches." And I was like, "Ah, crap, man." And I got the crutches, and they strapped me with some bandage. I have a picture of it, but I'm too lazy to put it on. I'll show you in our video. But uh, so yeah, I was like going inside my house after that. My parents like drove me back home. As I was going up the stairs, I fell, and yeah, I was excruciating pain. I fell with my broken leg. Yeah, it was pretty tough getting up the stairs. And now slowly the pain all went away, but the doctor said I still need crutches. And then until I didn't need them anymore, and I had a brace, and then I'm done with them. So yeah. However, when I was in school with my broken leg, I did get to take the elevator. Yes, my school has an elevator. Apparently, someone has to take you down, which honestly, it's kind of weird. Because, like, if a girl takes you down and it's like, you all know what happens in the elevator when you're alone with a girl. That's something, I don't want to say it on YouTube, man. It's pretty bad. Anyways, that's all. That's all for this question. Now, do you like reading about World War II? If so, what is your favorite parts? Now, I do, and I am kind of into World War II, but I've read a few books about it. But I usually like watch videos about it. Don't call me a nerd for this. I don't know why. History has to be the most interesting. Like I genuinely think history is the most interesting subject in school. Like I come into social study, I'm like, oh boy, what are we gonna learn today? I'm not even. I'm not like the actually like those nerds. But yeah. But anyways, back to the question. I forgot the answers. Oh my god. So I'd say my favorite parts of World War II. I remember we learned about World War II in social studies, and like they said at the end, Germany was split into East and West Germany. That has to be one of my favorite parts because it was very interesting. Where the Soviet Union controlled the East and USA controlled the West. I think it was USA. But anyways, next question. Oh, actually no, never mind. That's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This I'm sorry about how little questions there were. Not there weren't no. It was like not many people filled out the form. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.